Peace. What's happening, good people? This gift here for Payusnomind, and let's talk about real-time royalty payouts with United Masters and why advances are becoming a core feature for digital distribution companies. First, we're going to talk about United Masters and their new feature, and then we're going to get into the more expansive topic of advances being offered by digital distribution companies in general. So, United Masters. United Masters has real-time royalty payouts. And they're saying, get paid daily, only on United Masters. No more waiting a month or more to get paid. Just faster access to money you've earned. The feature is only available to select members that earn at least $20 a month. This sounds great. Get your money in advance. Don't have to wait a month or months to get paid, but the devil, as they say, is in the details. United Masters charges 5% interest on whatever money you're being advanced. If you make $100 a month and you're withdrawing your money every month as an advance, then you end up paying United Masters $5 a month. Collectively, that is $60 a year. The subscription fee for United Masters distribution service is $60 a year. So at $100 a month, getting advances every month, you're paying $60 annually for real-time royalties. It's effectively another service that you're being charged an annual fee for. That annual fee is not capped like the distribution fee is because it's a percentage. Making $100 a month, withdrawing your money every month as an advance is $60 a year. $1,000 means you're paying $600 a year. $10,000 means you're paying $6,000 a year. The more you make and withdraw as an advance, the more you pay. Now, let's dive into the broader topic of the rise of these offers and why they're becoming a core feature for distribution companies. Distributors charge artists a flat annual fee for unlimited distribution. You pay, say, $50 a year, and no matter what you earn, the distributor gets $50 a year. You make $0, they make $50 a year. At the same time, if you make money, they don't get a piece of it. Let's say you make thousands of dollars. Guess what? They still only get $50 a year. If you make millions of dollars, they still only get $50 a year. What advances allow them to do is back channel a revenue share on top of their safety net flat annual fee that allows them to make money even if you don't. They get a share of your revenue if you happen to find success, despite receiving no support from them. Effectively, it's a covert hedge. When you have distributors offering unlimited distribution for as low as $20 a year while allowing you to keep 100% of royalties, a competing distributor asking you to pay a flat annual fee plus a percentage isn't a competitive offer. At the same time, that business model is the most profitable pathway. So distributors have found another way to get there, and that is through advances. You want your money in advance? You have to sacrifice a revenue share. Give them 5%, 10% of whatever you're earning. Now, the revenue share comes without any PR support, no editorial playlist pushing, or advanced customer support. So it's new money without any new or additional work. Great for them, not so great for you. These types of loans are primarily aimed at artists that are either financially illiterate or desperate. In my book, this is a plug, right? We got the book Ultimate Guide to Music Monetization, which, if you got Spotify Premium, you can stream for free. If you got Amazon Prime, you can read it for free. It's links to it in the description box. But in this guide, we examine an offer from BeatBread, which is used by Two Lost Distribution to power their advanced service. We found the same kinds of fees you find in predatory loans hidden by coded language. Things like origination fees and early payoff fees on top of a recoupment rate. Recoupment rates are what you find in recording contracts. I want to record an album, I come to you to fund the project. You agree, but request an 80% equity stake, and I have to pay you back. But the money comes directly from my 20% share of the revenue. If you've given me $1,000 and the release earns $1,000, you've earned $800 and I've earned $200. So I've only paid $200 down on the advance. My recoupment rate is 20%. When the album earns $5,000, I've paid off the advance because I have paid you $1,000 at the rate of my share of the proceeds. Beat Bread starts you off at an 89% recoupment rate for an advance of 1 year of your royalties, which is nice. But every additional year reduces your recoupment rate, which increases the amount you pay for the advance. A $2,000 advance for 1 year of your royalties would come with an 89% recoupment rate. And at that rate, you'd end up paying them back $2,247. A $2,000 advance for 2 years of your royalties. If that's how much you made in 2 years, it would come at an 80% recoupment rate. So you'd have to pay back $2,500. A $2,000 advance, if you made that much in 3 years, would come at a 68% recoupment rate. So you end up paying back $2,941. Now, recoupment rates with record companies make sense because they're giving you money out of thin air. It's based on nothing but potential. But in this sense, there's really no risk because the money is guaranteed to be there. It's money that you already made. They're just giving you money that you've already made ahead of time. Additionally, they charge $278 to issue the loan and charge 2.8% of the advanced amount as a separate fee. If you took a 3-year advance here, you'd end up paying back $3,275 for $2,000. On top of that, they don't disclose what happens if you pay the loan off early. For example, if you take a 3-year loan, but you pay it all in year 1, do they continue to collect for the remaining 2 years? If so, that adds to your losses. The only reason anyone would pay $3,275 for $2,000 is if they're financially illiterate or desperate. Cash App offers instant deposits in exchange for 1% of the deposit amount. It's likely to take only 3 days for the money to find its way into your bank account. So there's really no major incentive to pay the fee. But if you're contacted by the electric company and they say they're turning your lights off tomorrow unless you pay the bill in the morning, your bank account is on E, but you have the funds in your Cash App. In that situation, you'll pay the fee. You're desperate and you have no choice. That brings me to this sobering reality on artist advances. They're taking advantage of artists facing financial hardships. Music distribution companies, ideally, would have emergency fund programs artists can turn to in such times to receive interest-free advances. Their personal troubles shouldn't be exploited for financial gain. This is cold, heartless capitalism disguised as some type of win for artists. Now, the big thing here is that they try to peddle these advances as a means of funding. And it's not a means of funding because you cannot get the amount of money that you would need to create a new project because it's based on the money you make. So if you only make $600 a year, you can't go and get an advance of $20,000 to market and promote and do everything you would need to do for a new release. They're only going to give you $600 because that's what you make. You know, it's different from other types of loans like business loans and things of that nature. Now, we have comparison charts for funding options on the Payusnomind website, and they were paywalled, but I'm making them free to access because I just think, artists need to educate themselves, man, on the financial aspect of advances and funding. Now, all you have to do to access this is register with the platform, and that's also free to do. You just look for the link to join in the description, and you click that, go to the website, and sign up. Now, lastly, I would say this about digital distribution companies. Artists, understand this. Take heed when I say this. Digital distribution companies are service providers. They are not partners. They are not here to do what's in your best interest. They are not invested in your music career. They are not invested in your catalog. You pay them a fee for a service. They make money off of you paying them fees. So what they look to do is find more ways to extract more money from you and more ways to exploit your catalog in ways that make their business money. So artists, knock it off with being in these intimate relationships with these distributors where you guys get to the point where you're defending them and saying, oh, these guys do this and these guys are great, and they don't care about you. Their goal is to make as much money as possible for their bottom line. That's not to say that you shouldn't use them. It's just business, and that's the way that you should look at it. It's just a business decision. It's a company you chose to use, and that's it. Do not get any type of emotional attachment to these companies. Now, we have links to products and services and everything that we recommend in the description box. We have links to new books that we have. We have the ultimate guide to music monetization that you could find on various platforms, Spotify, Amazon, and you could get it directly if you are a member and signed up to the Payusnomind platform. Also, we have the Indie Artist Guide, the Ultimate Indie Artist Guide that you could get in exchange for your email address that kind of breaks down all of the different platforms you should use or that we advise you to use. As always, you guys can hit me up at Payusnomind on Instagram, at Payusnomind on Twitter, payusnomind@gmail.com. This is Gift signing off. Payusnomind. Peace, good people. One.